name is Eddie, and I am a therapist practicing in New Jersey who specializes in stress, anxiety, trauma, and PTSD. So, when I'm recording this, it's almost the end of April, and I am inviting people to spend the month of May engaging in a gratitude practice. So, for the month of April, I challenged people to just notice their thoughts and the kind of thoughts that are going on up there, and just noticing if they live more in the negative or more in the positive, or just are neutral, or just paying attention to the thoughts that go on in your head. So for the month of May, I am encouraging my clients, myself included, to engage in a gratitude practice and to do what I call a gratitude blitz, which is you just focus on throwing out as much of the things of gratitude that you can think of. And inherently, when I start to talk about this, whether, just with people or prospective clients, there's kind of like this immediate pushback, right? Like there's just sort of this feeling of like, oh, like you just must be this therapist that like things are always great and things are always working out for you. And like if I was grateful for things, like I wouldn't need to go to therapy. Like this is just like, oh, okay, here we go. Like you're gonna just put a band-aid on my problems by telling me to engage in gratitude. And because I've already heard all of the reasons, I really kind of don't respond. But I do also recognize, and this is what I say to people, is I get that some of the messaging that we have gotten around positive messages and gratitude have felt superficial or two-dimensional. And I want to invite people to explore. You talk about the glass being half full or half empty. If you think the glass is half empty, I kind of like that. I kind of like that you're seeing the world in a negative place because it gives you something to think about. If you just say, I'm feeling jealous, or I'm feeling insecure, or I'm feeling angry, but I shouldn't feel that way because I should see the glass as half full, or I should, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and I shouldn't compare myself to others. Yeah, okay, we should, and we kind of shame people because they feel other than that, but I welcome that. I think that is, I don't think it's great that you see the glass is half empty, but it gives you a starting point with which to explore with some curiosity. Like, why are you seeing the glass as half empty? And what do you think having a fuller glass will do for you? And that opens the door to all kinds of conversations. And really, I think it's good sometimes to see the glass as half empty because it then allows you to see what's going on with you. And in exploring those things, you can have a deeper understanding of what is really going on with you and what needs of yours are not really being met. So I give an example of a client who says, well, if I just had more money, like I would just, like life would be great. And like, I wish I could be like them, who they can just kind of come in and come out whenever they want, and like good for them. And like, but whatever. Like it's this defensiveness that happens, and or this jealousy, or I wish I could be like them, or whatever. And when you really allow someone to sit in that and to ask further questions, you realize that there's something deeper going on, right? So, I had a client the other day that said, if I had all the money in the world, I'm stressed about money. Like if I had money, if I could be like my supervisor who comes and goes as they pleases, like they barely show up to work and they go golfing all times. And I wish I could just be like them and I not come to work and not show up and have all this money and live in the big house. And you can see that is going on. But I shouldn't think that way, right? Because, you know, like that's just whatever. And I don't argue with that, because that's clearly coming up for you, and that's clearly saying that you're feeling some type of way. So when I leave the door open for people to really identify what is going on for them, what came out of it was that, you know, this mom is stressed because she's got to figure out how to do all the doctor's appointments, do all the shopping and the PTA meetings, and prep the snacks, and have the, you know, and have the means with which to buy the snacks, and then have the time to put the snacks together to then, you know, to make the appointments and drop it off, and when am I supposed to do that when I have to be at work, and really it comes down to this feeling of not feeling good enough, and not feeling like that she's being her best self, or that she's being the best mom that she can be. And not instead of addressing that, but instead of addressing it, it becomes easier to lash out and to say, you know, well, like, oh, I wish if I could be like that and not show up, and da 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 da. The reality is that, yeah, you may look at that supervisor or that coworker who doesn't show up, but really, how about you look at what is missing in your life? And in the case of this mom, she was feeling bad that she wasn't feeling like a good enough mom, and it felt like if I had more money, I could hire a nanny, or I could hire a babysitter, or maybe I wouldn't work so much, or I wouldn't work as hard. And then it's all of the things. And not that I have the answer to that, but it's about recognizing what's really going on with you, and what can you do with what you have? What is the best that you can do with what you have? So I don't know the answer, and this is part of the dialogue that we have, you know, in session, is figuring it out, like, what can you control, or do you really have the time to get some of these things done, but you're so stressed, and you're so overwhelmed, and you're so like paralyzed by all of the things that you're not getting certain things done. You know, you're feeling like, I don't have the money to buy the things, and now I'm embarrassed because I'm expected to do this thing, and I'm gonna look less than. And it's about working with yourself to work through that, this feeling of feeling less than because you don't have enough money to buy the things for the activities for your kids. It's about, you know, what can you do with what you have? You don't have a lot of money, but do you have an ability to do something else? And I think as you start to explore what is going on with you and how you can try to meet your needs, you're less likely then to react to the coworker or the boss who barely shows up to work, or plays golf, or has the nice car, or has the money and has all the things, right? So I welcome the glass being half empty, and that gives me something to say really what is going on with you. And again, I think we get into a place where we think we have the superficial answer. You know, when I'm gonna make more money, I'm gonna buy the car. Well, why do you wanna buy the car? Well, because like then people will know that like I am somebody. So you want people to think that you are somebody because you live in a space where you think that you are nobody, or you're not important. And by having the car, you're gonna, you know, people are gonna think better of you. Well, I hate to say it, you may get the car and people are still gonna think poorly of you, and it's not gonna do what you wanted it to do, and you're still gonna feel like crap because you never really addressed the reality that, you know, like that you wanted to feel seen and to be acknowledged and to be validated. On top of the fact of, you know, for me, is it reliable? Is it that what you're looking for? Are you looking for reliability? Because right now you're driving a car that just always breaks down and makes you feel insecure and unstable and unreliable. Is that really what's going on with you? So again, it's about really asking the deeper questions than just saying, well, if I had the money, or if I had the car, or if I had the body, or I had the time, I would do all this. There's something deeper going on, and it's about exploring that. So even in the space of gratitude, it's okay to see the glass as half empty. It's okay to look at the grass being greener on the other side and saying, I wish I had that. That's okay. The reality is that you should be looking internally and saying, well, why is my grass not green over here? What is missing? And it's not just, oh, because they have a landscaper, that they have tons of money and like that. That's the easy answer. The harder work is in saying, like, well, what am I not filling in here internally to make sure that, like, I like my grass, that it doesn't even have to be green, but that I like the grass on my side, or that, okay, if my glass is half empty, what do I need to do to fill that cup so that it is fuller, or that I see it as half full instead of half empty, or I'm actually going to nurture this glass and fill it. So I say that to say that even though I encourage you to engage in a gratitude practice, does not mean that you would ignore the other ugly, yucky stuff that comes up, and trying to figure out what's going on there, and then seeing what it is you can do to fill that space, or to explore what's going on, and then working through it. So I leave you with that. I'm going to end the video with I guess my 20 things of gratitude. I'm trying to share that with those of you who are watching this video. So I did a video last week about gratitude and suffering, and this week I'm also going to continue this notion of gratitude. So today I am grateful for the sun. The sun is shining today in New Jersey. I am grateful for breath, as always. I am grateful for my mug. I have this mug that I love, that I got when I was in Martha's Vineyard. I travel there every other year. I am grateful for the ability to travel every once in a while, but to go to Martha's Vineyard, which is one of my happy places. I am grateful for having a backyard where I can just kind of stand outside and be in nature. And I'm grateful that I have a backyard, because I did not always have one, and I do now, and it's a lot of work, but I love it so, because I'm connecting with nature. I am grateful for birds and birds chirping. I am grateful for the clothes on my back. I am grateful for a washer and a dryer that work, and a washer and a dryer that are upstairs, so that I don't have to go into a basement to do my laundry. I am grateful for my journals, because I love to journal and I love to just do to-do lists. I'm grateful for to-do lists, because without a to-do list, I probably would not do half of the things that I'm able to do. I am grateful for gas, that I could put gas in my gas tank and go to the store and go to work. I am grateful for my clients, because the world is full of interesting people, and I get to know some of them. I am grateful for plants. I'm grateful for soil. I'm grateful for how-to videos. I'm trying to learn how to compost, and it's hard, but it's not hard at the same time, and I'm trying to figure all that out. So I am grateful for how-to videos so that I can learn. I'm grateful for curiosity. I'm grateful that I'm a curious cat, that I like to say, and that I'm always asking questions, and that I'm always wanting to know more and more and more. I am grateful for socks, because it gets cold here at night, and I like to put socks on at night. I'm grateful for my electric blanket, because again, I like to be warm, and electric blankets they keep me warm. I am grateful for my toothbrush, because I replaced my old toothbrush with a new toothbrush, and it just feels good on my teeth. I am grateful for underwear, self-explanatory. I'm grateful for grilled cheeses, because again, on a cold day and you haven't figured out what you're going to eat at night, you can always go with grilled cheese, and I love grilled cheese. I'm grateful for pots and pans that I can cook things in. I'm grateful for cookbooks, because when I have no real ideas and I'm kind of tired of grilled cheese, then I can look up a great recipe in a recipe book. I am grateful for my vacuum cleaner, because I spill a lot when I'm cooking or figuring things out, and I'm kind of clumsy, and a vacuum cleaner helps to pick up my mess. I am grateful for toilets, functioning toilets. Can you imagine? Like, you just go to the bathroom, oh, toilet paper, and you use toilet paper, and you go to the bathroom and you just flush. You know, you read about ancient times where people were going in a cup, and some people still have outhouses and they have to go out into an outhouse or in a bucket or in a hole, and I just get to use the toilet and flush, and it goes away somewhere, and toilet paper. And finally, I am grateful for weekends. I'm in a position where I don't have to work weekends anymore. I used to have to work weekends all the time, or I was in school and doing schoolwork, and weekends were not mine. And I am now in a place where I can have weekends to spend time with my family and to cook and to learn and to figure out composting and all of the things. And so I am grateful for having weekends off. So that's what I have for you today. I wish you, gratitude in your life and in your, in your practice. And I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.